Once you're at the Make Code site, click on New Project, give your project a name, hit Create. It's going to ask you what board you're using, so scroll down to the Circuit Playground Express Bluefruit, click on that. It will open a new code for you. And then before we do anything else, we need to go to Extensions and then scroll down to add the Crickit extension, which is here. So once you find this, click on that and you will see Crickit between music and loops, and that's going to let us talk to the board. It does not show you the simulation with the Crickit board, so you just have to trust that it's correct. But all the numbers here correspond to the 4 slots that you can plug a motor into. So I'm going to pull 2 of these over. They're the same. Type pause to get a pause in the middle, and I can change those. Notice that they're all grayed out. They're not going to do anything until I put them into a loop. So I like to put an on start, set it to a color just so that I know that my code is uploaded. So it's going to turn all my NeoPixels on board to yellow when the code is uploaded. And then for my forever loop, I actually don't want it to be in there, but just before I do anything, I'm going to change to my angles. So I can go anywhere between 0 and 180. This would be sweeping all the way to the left and fully to the right with the pause in between, and it's just going to continuously do that. I wanted it to happen on a specific input, so for now I'll just do the button click. I can do any of these buttons. These would be buttons that you add externally. These are the onboard ones. You can also do if you click both of them simultaneously. So I'm going to keep it simple with this one, and then also just show you that in the Crickit library you can explore all the options in here. The library gives you the options for a stepper motor and also for gear motors. So if we put in a gear motor to run it at a specific speed. So the ones we're going to work with to start with are servo motors. There's the 0 to 180, and there's also the continuous. So I'm going to go and bring a continuous one over. What I want to make sure I'm doing here is I'm going to use the switch, because that's this little switch on board that you can have going to the left or the right, and it's going to stay there. So if I put this on, it's going to run my continuous servo at a specific speed. I just need to make sure I put it on a different pin. So I've got 2 motors doing 2 different things. I can change my speed. Do 20%. And if this is good to go, then I can download it. You can also go and add, if you remember your NeoPixels, if you go under more, you can create your NeoPixel strips and have those happening at the same time. I'm just going to stick this code, stick to the motors for this code, so I can save this one. That will just save it, but to download it, I need to press the button on the reset button on my board. So I'm plugging it in, pressing reset, and there it is. So here's my board. When I hit download, it's going to say, if I click my downloads folder up here, and this little folder, I just drag and drop it to C Play BT Boot, and now my code is on my board. One important thing you do need to do once your code is uploaded, like my LEDs are yellow, I know the code's good, I do need to unplug it from my laptop, and I need to plug in an external power supply. The Crickit board will not run with your USB. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug it, make sure the board is turned on, and plug in my